Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning, Jeff.
Good
Morning,
morning.
everyone.
I'll be right back.
How's sunny California today?
Nice and sunny. Oh yeah, look. It's nice.
We're in a small town, Yakima, Washington, and there's a billboard that somebody put up that a long time ago, and it says Washington or Yakima, the Palm Springs of Washington.
Huh.
So that's a running joke about our little town.
Must be beautiful out there though.
This time of year it is. It's nice. But we get pretty harsh winters.
Hmm.
Pensé que iba a empezar.
All right, good morning.
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 Okay, we got is that you, Miss LaPuente? Good to see you.
Yes, that's me.
All right, all right. Hey, I love your logo there. Remember, you got to keep it clear, visible, easy to read. That's the key.
Finally, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Thanks.
I know, but I love it. It looks excellent. So okay, so today, basically what I wanted to share with you guys is we got a couple updates. We're just going to kind of leave it as like a free form. Anyone that wants to share anything, talk about any category, let's do it. Next month, Jeff is going to be, communicating with members who we've created a DLE app that's going to make it really easy for you to pick and choose keywords and do instant metadata injections for postings on any social media that you want to instantly do. From the last mastermind, it was really helpful because we've learned that what is happening when you have your DLE designation and you're connected to, your landing page and you're consistently doing the metadata injections. We've learned that it's ranking your website on the first page of Google. It's obviously ranking you in the top 3 in Google Maps. There's an actual top 5 maps pack in generative AI, which is the long tail keywords, which could be, real estate agents in Claremont, California. That's a long tail keyword. And we've also learned that if you're consistently doing metadata injections on YouTube or YouTube Shorts, that you quickly climb to the #1 position on YouTube. So it's really exciting because, it's all connected. in a fun, unique way. And, you know, it's all really starting to push everyone to the top quickly. So with that being said, does anyone have any SEO questions or want to talk about anything at all in regards to rankings and your online presence? Anyone at all?
Hey, Anthony, what about talking about reviews?
Yeah, great question. All right, everyone. So I got a good one. So what Google's been doing is this, right? So a lot of members out of nowhere, their Google business profile will it'll freeze, right? And then what they require is there's 2 links. And, you know, I'm going to have Jeff actually send it out in the mass text. So I'm going to tell you a story. So Mr. Laverne, right? Miss Oceanside, they both had, you know, Google business profiles, and all these clients were leaving them reviews and nothing was happening. They wouldn't stick. And a lot of the DLE members, you know, that are leaving the colleague reviews, they weren't posting on the profile. But what we've learned, what Google does is it'll just randomly just freeze your account, not suspend it, but it puts like a soft suspension on reviews staying. And Mr. and Miss Laverne went from frustrations. All these clients were leaving reviews. They're collecting all these DLE colleague reviews. Nothing was happening. And then out of nowhere, when they contacted Google Direct with the link we sent them, and they messaged them direct from their Gmail that's connected to their Google business profile and connected with the people we told them to, they press a magic button and bam, Mr. Laverne went from ranking nowhere, and he had 6 reviews, and then his profile now has over 38 reviews that appeared overnight. And overnight, he achieved international rankings for all the primary and secondary keywords, and literally is slammed at the top of Google. Same thing with Miss Oceanside. She went through the same process, and she had like something like 15 to 17 reviews that just weren't there. And then poof, out of nowhere, they just all appeared overnight, and she's recalibrated her rankings and went straight to the top. So what we've learned is Google, it's just basically a blind genius, right? Because we're teaching Google how to read picture and video content through metadata in our favor. But more importantly, what Google's trying to figure out is they do these random things, like on real estate agents specifically, they say they'll do a soft suspension, and they want to see if this is an authentic, legit, real business that's going to find a way to find out and connect with us and fight to get their, you know, a profile approved. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see a virtual assistant or someone that's managing your profile do it. They want to see you do it. So if you're ever experiencing a random suspension or reviews aren't sticking, just connect with Jeff or myself. And because we're Google business product experts, we'll send you a link, and then it'll get approved. So just be aware, if Google reviews are not sticking on your profile, let us know and we got you.
Yeah, the other day I had like 65, and then 5 disappeared today.
Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to text you these links. And
Well, why don't you put it on the chat, Anthony, so everybody can see them?
let me see if I could put that in there. Let me see if I got it here. Hang on, guys.
Because I was
We'll wait
doing the
for you.
push-
That's
I was
worth it.
doing-
Good stuff.
I was doing the push to 70, and then all of a sudden I was like, hey, I got, I was up to 65. I was all excited. And then I went in and I looked, and I was like, what the heck? I'm down to 60 now.
Yeah, see, that's good to take note of, because once they press this button and you're approved, it just opens the floodgates, and then everything's just gonna stick, you know?
Yeah, I just dropped to 59. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, no, so Google's doing this to every real estate agent. They're just like, and what they're trying to do is figure out, like, you know, because obviously the reviews are a ranking factor, and they want to see, you know, Mr. Fresno reach out direct and say, no, these are my clients. I'm a legit business. I worked with them, and I want to see it stick, right? All right.
Do you have to tell them like what specific review disappeared though? Like if we don't,
They just kind of leave it in general. Hold on, I'm emailing myself the link and I'll throw it in the chat box here. So there's two different links, right? And you just got to basically get a hold of them and say, okay. It's called the Google Business Profile Appeal Tool, right? And then let me get the link here. Just give me a second. And you guys got to remember, okay, I just put it in there. So the appeal tool on the top, if you click it, okay, it says manage your appeals process, right? Confirm your account. And then it knows that I'm currently signed in with my Gmail account, right? That's the first question they ask. Confirm your account. You're currently signed into anthony.grenshaw@gmail.com. Then you hit confirm. And then you click on your profile. And then you can search, and just type in, first you select the business that you're managing, right? And then you just type in and just keep hitting continue. I'm not sharing my screen, hang on. But it's called the Manage Appeals for your Google Business Profile, right? And then basically you just kind of say, hey, you're managing an appeal on your profile because there's obviously a soft suspension on the account and none of the reviews are sticking. So what happens is, they see, oh, wait, his profile is it's active. And then you say, look, because recently, Mr. Fresno, you went from, a publicly displayed address to service area, right?
Mhm.
So you change your NAPA consistency. So it probably triggered you. And what they do is they freeze, the reviews being posted on your account to see if you're going to reach out, right? And with this appeal tool, it's designed, they do it this way to, because a real business will notice it quickly, just like you did. And they're going to see you click, yeah, Mr. Fresno Real Estate. You click appeals, they pull up your profile, and then a Google rep will get into contact with you. And you get to the point in the message thread where you're saying, hey, all my clients that I've worked with, I've worked so hard. I've left all these reviews and nothing's sticking, right? It even happened to Mr. Forney out in Texas. He went through the same process and, got his profile approved. Mr. Corona, I just got a message from him. He went through the same process, tried for about a month of just battling Google, but this is the magic link, right? We can't do it for you. It's got to be coming direct from you, right? And then I believe once you do it one time, they don't mess with you again, right? Because they just want to see, is this it? Because if you figure out this link, that means you're a real person, right? And then once you get into contact with them, they hit a magic button and then you're gold. So what that means is, Mr. Fresno, when you go through this process, because you went from, just publicly displayed address to a service area, then they put a little light suspension on your account. You go through this process, you get it approved. All those reviews will appear. And if I was you, I would hit up the DLE members for more video review colleague reviews and start having them hammer your profile, because that's what Mr. Laverne did. And he went, bam, straight to the top for everything internationally, right? And 99.99% of these real estate agents are not smart enough yet to figure out, A, how to collect the video reviews like I've been telling you. B, they don't realize when they get these soft suspensions, because Google does it at random to just pretty much everyone. And, C, it just kind of trails back to everything I'm telling you. If you're the first one to figure out how to, get rid of these soft suspensions and get video reviews to stick on your profile, you're going to outrank everyone internationally, and they're not going to stand a chance. And DLE's got every other angle covered. We're dropping local citations, backlinks. We got your super blogs rolling, and we're good to go. Does that make sense, Mr. Fresno?
Yeah, I clicked on it and it just says manage appeals for your Google business profile. It just says no info found. And I don't have anywhere to enter something saying, hey, several of my reviews have disappeared.
Go through that keep clicking, and then there's a second link that says if denied, appeal. And if it's not working after the Zoom, I'll hop on a call with you and I'll guide you through it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just getting to the point in that where you're, this portal allows Google to see it's coming direct from you. So with that being said, okay, so once you guys get that squared away, is everyone crystal clear on, their email marketing strategy? Who here has, blitzed their GeoFarm and plugged in, their designation and gone outside their spheres? I see we got Miss Mission Viejo with us. I believe are you doing the email marketing?
Sorry, not yet. I want to.
Okay.
I actually wanted to see if there was a way, because I bought the HomeBot and the Service for Life and the MailChimp, but I don't know how to integrate it onto it. And I was thinking, if anybody wanted, we could do a monthly where we just go through and edit that article real quick, a monthly Zoom, just to do it all together so we can hold each other accountable. And then we can discuss, hey, what was our open rates and stuff like that specifically, just for that, if anybody wanted to.
I
Oh,
volunteer.
dude, that's a great
George,
idea.
sign me up.
Sign me up, dude. That's a great idea.
Okay, so you guys want to have a Zoom on the tech stack, which is HomeBot. Well, first, designation, HomeBot, data, right? Because you got to get the data from a title rep, or you got to buy it from. I know. Farm Genie AI is a little bit outdated. I know DeVray, our title rep that I use, they use a new platform with First
Ignite.
American. Yeah, it's Ignite. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ignite. And, but it's really simple. I mean, I would love to, the next mastermind, we'll just dedicate it to this. Okay. And maybe we'll just do one this upcoming Tuesday and make it. Do you guys want to do one this upcoming Tuesday?
Yes.
I do. I want to get
Yes.
started.
Is
Yes.
it going to be
Yeah.
like a workshop? Can we
That-
do it like a workshop, step by step?
I was
Yeah.
gonna suggest the same. I know that when we got together at the beginning and we did a workshop, everybody had brought their stuff ready, and we had like a specific time to work on specific things. So that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And that's
If
what I wanted,
anybody-
was a monthly workshop where we can, guide each other through it until we get in the habit, because I know every month you have to edit that article, right, Anthony?
Yeah. So I think I put your guys' email on there. So it's really not, you just gotta, okay. So here's what we're going to do this Tuesday coming up. We're just going to have it about, because here, yeah, I get it. It's here. Okay. So this Tuesday at 10, we're going to have a Zoom dedicated to digital door knocking. Everyone write that down. Digital door knocking. This is what we're going to call it, because that's what it is. And what you have to do from this point until a week from now, when we start this workshop, because I'll share the screen here. Okay. Because guess what, guys? Oh my gosh. I'm dying to get out there. Like, it's always something happening, right, with your personal life. Because I have right now in my digital door knocking 17 homeowners in Claremont that have requested a CMA, right? You could email them, you can call them. That doesn't mean anything. The money's in the follow-up, right? And it's wearing your swag and going to them and offering them a coaching consultation. So here's what you got to do. Step number 1 is you got to have a HomeBot account. It's a no-brainer, or any system that's sending auto CMAs to your spheres and past clients so you can stay top of mind, right? So just activate your HomeBot account, call their support, and it's $30 a month, and it's peanuts, okay? Step number 2, you need data. Mr. Tustin, you need to go ahead and contact a title rep. You could use DeVray, the lady I've told you guys about, and you need to get data. You need to get emails, not phone numbers, emails, You need to use Ignite. You could use Farm Genie. If you want free data, all you got to do is, connect with a title rep. I like First American, and make sure you're getting clean, accurate, relevant, and fresh homeowner email addresses in your city. So they'll give you the homeowner's address and the email, and that's all you need. And if you want the phone number, you just pay a little more, right? So get a HomeBot account and find a way to get data. Okay. And if you want someone that I can connect you with, I connected Mr. Fresno. Mr. Fresno, how was it working with DeVray and having her assist you in getting Fresno homeowner data? How did that experience go?
Oh, it was great. So she did go through it. Took her like, we talked about things. I gave her some zip codes, and like 2 days later, she had everything organized, and she told me why she was doing things. And then we're scheduling another Zoom to kind of go over, because there's some really cool tools in that Ignite that can actually do additional stuff, like find people's Facebooks and put you in front and advertise directly to their Facebook accounts and things like that, and some of their social media accounts. I mean, it's a bigger, in-depth system that I hadn't really seen before, and she highly recommends it. She says their return on investment, or the actual information that is accurate, is higher on the Ignite system than it was on the Farm Genie. At least
Right.
that's what she believes.
So you guys hear that? There's a new system called Ignite that First American Title uses. They're one of the top they're the top title company in the world. And the reason why I use DeVray and her team is because they're the #1 title team literally in the United States. So they know everybody. They're very smart, they're savvy, and they get information in a clean and clear way. Okay. If you want her contact information, hit me up. Get the data. Now, speaking of Mr. Fresno, yes, with this tech stack, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You get the data, okay. So we got Mr. Fresno Real Estate, okay. He's gonna activate his HomeBot account. He's gonna put his first name, George Osborne, his email address, but his business name is Mr. Fresno Real Estate. He's gonna take that data in a CSV file. He emails it to HomeBot, and he's done. He's done. That's it. It's over. Okay. Then HomeBot takes it, and then they use their authenticated domain and server, and they do it rapid fire. Now, let's say you plug in 5,000 emails. If 1,000 of them stick, that's huge. Then what you do is service for life, is because remember this, everyone, okay. Think about it like this. Okay. What are you in the business of post-July? It's coming real soon. You're in the business of eliciting a response from a homeowner thinking of selling, and then getting to that person and getting them to like, know, and trust you and perceive you as a local public figure that's there to answer all their questions. You don't want to be perceived in the follow-up as a salesy realtor who's pounding their ass, right? So all you're trying to do is, the beauty with HomeBot and this data is, if they're opening the emails consistently, they're tuning their home values, it tells you what they're doing. That's eliciting a response from a homeowner thinking of selling. That is no different than a notepad or magazine with a call to action leading to a landing page, whether they want their instant home value, a cash offer on their home, or home money making fix-up tips. You're just trying to find the address of someone that wants the information, because if they do, they're either selling, they're refinancing, or they're doing something. Okay? So the point is, HomeBot's a no-brainer. You start it, you get the data, you plug it in, and you're done. George Osborne, Mr. Fresno Real Estate. And here's what happens on the other side of the fence. The homeowners are going to think, wow, because it's going to really hit hard for Mr. Fresno. Why? Because they've seen his car around town, right? He's pretty big on local guys dropping reviews everywhere, and he's built a name brand. So then when they see, hey, who's this guy, Mr. Fresno Real Estate? Wow, he's taking the time to send me a market update about my community and my home, right? That's what they're thinking, okay? And if they are thinking of selling, they're going to pay attention and ask questions and tune the value or keep opening it. What's Mr. Fresno's job? It's to wear the swag, get a notepad, get a home buyer seller guide, get something, go to your printer and print a market update and go knock on their door. And just when they open up, like, hey, it's Mr. Fresno with EXP, the network notified me. You know, you might be curious to learn a little bit more about the value of your home. Were you by chance thinking of refinancing or relocating? You know, Bob and Mary, I provide Fresno homeowners no obligation 20-minute coaching consultations so you can know the value of the exact value of your home, what your equity position looks like on a refinance or if you were to sell. And I'm just here to get you all the information you need. Then what they're going to do is look at his logo. They're going to look him in the eyes and be like, wow. And they're going to open up. But if you try to do that on the phone or email, their sales guard is up. You see what I'm saying? That's the most important part. Getting the response from the homeowner is one thing, but the money is in what? It's in the follow-up. And the golden way to do it with your designation is when you're rocking your swag, they perceive you as a public figure. Mr. Fresno is a local influencer in the town. He's a big dog. He's there to help people, right? He's there to answer their questions. And I'm telling you, why the notepad's gold? Because you could write a little note, leave them a notepad. They're going to hold on to it. They're going to use it, right? When I follow up, I'll leave them 4 notepads because I get the little 25-page ones. And if you stack 4 of them together, it's like a 100-page notepad. It'll last for years at their house, at the grocery store and all that stuff. And if you try to mail 100 notepads, shit, it'll cost you $30. So just shell them out. It costs you 5 cents per notepad. It's nothing. You see what I'm saying? So let's get back to it. Is everyone clear? You're in the business of listening a response from a homeowner in your geofarm thinking of selling and going to them in person, wearing your swag, and offer them a free, no obligation, 20-minute coaching consultation. What do you want to know? Do you want to know how to fix up your home? You want to invest a few thousand to increase the value by 50 to 100,000? Do some painting, landscaping, get some better lighting, right? Give them some contractors, be helpful, right? So after you do that, okay, you're there to build rapport. It's hitting the fast forward button because on average, you got to make 7 to 12 touches with the person before you could even have a conversation to figure out the truth of what's really going on. You guys feel me on that? Like you got to put on the detective hat, right? Next. So once you do that, right, you're going to get the same data because how many of you here can stay consistent shelling out the bulletins? Honestly, Service for Life is great because of 2 things that I'm going to tell you. Because when you get Service for Life, it takes me 10 minutes. That's it. I go in and I change it from Service to Life to the Claremont Bulletin. I enter in my CMAs, and anywhere it's bold, I turn it to the color green. And then I click the send email button, and it loads to MailChimp. And then I can press another button and it just fires off to the same data that we're sending out to HomeBot. But it's a different touch because it's the Claremont Bulletin and they love it and they don't unsubscribe because they're like, wow, Mr. Claremont's sending me my CMAs, all my real estate needs, and now he's sending, you know, a community newsletter, the Claremont Bulletin. It sounds familiar, right? But even in the MailChimp platform, when the newsletter syndicates there, you can press button, you can connect your social media. So look at and I'm going to go over this in the workshop this Tuesday at 10. But what Mr. Fresno could do, you could connect your Facebook, your Instagram, and Twitter, right? And then when you fire off that newsletter, okay, you with Mr. Fresno, you with me? You watching me?
I'm taking notes.
When you fire off that newsletter to the same geofarm, they're going to be like, shit, Mr. Fresno's the editor of the Fresno Bulletin. And it's got a quick read in a real estate section with the same call to actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then in MailChimp, you can click those 3 buttons and that Fresno Bulletin will publish on your Instagram, your Facebook, and your Twitter account. And when it gets published there, the VA team, you know, the SEO team should have all your social medias NAP consistent on your landing page connected to your Google business profile, but also have those 3 accounts hardwired directly into your Google business profile. So when you fire off the newsletter, the Fresno Bulletin through MailChimp, it'll publish on 3 of your social accounts, and those social accounts will then push the Fresno Bulletin, to your Google business profile feed. You see how it's all connected? More importantly, that same audience, MailChimp says, oh, you could press this button and do Instagram and Facebook retargeting. You could also attach Google Analytics. And if you want to go crazy and do ad spend and retarget that same audience with the Mr. Fresno commercial, you can.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, shit, this guy's everywhere. And then if Mr. Fresno's got his "We Are Mr. Fresno" signs out, what do you think is going to happen? But let's not even go that far. Let's just say you guys pay attention this Tuesday and you get it all wired up, right? And you send the Fresno Bulletin out to that same audience of 5,000 and 2,000 stick. Well, now you're really powerful because you have an audience of, like, let's say 2,000 Fresno homeowners that are getting hammered with the CMAs, but you got to do it before another agent is smart enough to blitz their geofarm, which they're going to start doing when their pipeline runs dry. You know, it's probably going to happen. You know, the lights are going to get turned out at the end of July. August and September are going to hit. Towards the end of September, they're going to be like, shit, we got to start geofarming. You know, I'm getting my ass kicked out there because I'm going for listings in other cities. And every listing agent that's there geographically entrenched is hounding it, and it's going to be too late, right? But if you start now and you blitz the geofarm, and you're the first one as Mr. Fresno sending them the market updates, if another agent tries to do it, they're going to hit unsubscribe because Mr. Fresno is providing custom, you know, Fresno real estate updates, and they're getting his bulletin. They're going to unsubscribe for everyone because he's the local public figure they trust to give information. Does that make sense, Mr. Fresno?
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, let's take it a step further. Does anyone have any questions on what I just said? Okay, because going beyond that, where's the next magic meeting room? The kitchen or the living room to get the listing contract signed. Let me tell you some hacks that I'm doing that blows people away that no one else in the world could say because you're a DLE member. Because I am telling you, the competition's going to get fierce on these listing appointments. They're going to interview multiple agents, so just get used to it, okay? So now I'm on the listing appointment because guess what? Today, I have, I would say, a solid out of my home buy. I know there's 10 of them that are going to list this month out of the huge list that I've got from email marketing. And I'm going to them with the Claremont Bulletin, with the notepad, and that's how I'm leveraging print mail right now, okay? But when I build the rapport in person and they're going to interview 3 agents, I'm now on the listing appointment. So, of course, I'm going to drop the listing package, and I'm going to bookmark it with the metal Mr. Claremont business card on page 13 and say, first off, I'm 100% performance-based. I'm a Claremont real estate wealth management expert. I was selected by DLE because I only work in Claremont in the 500 to 2 million price point. I only take 4 clients on a time. I only work listings. And I was selected because as a Claremont real estate wealth management expert, there's no one that's going to sell your home for the most money, quickest timeframes, and most favorable terms. The key word that I'm focused on dominating right now in my Meta Infusion portal is the most trusted real estate agent in Claremont. Okay? You might want to write that one down. Because what do you think happens when I say things like this? Well, what's your marketing plan, Anthony? Great question, Bob and Mary. I pull up a list because I'm consistently doing the sign writer program, and I show them, hey, look, I've got a huge list of buyers right now ready to go that are looking to buy in Claremont in your price range. I already have buyers lined up for your home, okay? But more importantly, Bob and Mary, I also have, then that's when I pull out MailChimp and I show them, I got an audience of 10,000 Claremont homeowners. And I'm the editor of the Claremont Bulletin and in charge of the real estate section. And I want to let all of them know your home is coming soon. Why? Because I know after selling real estate here for the last 15 years and, you know, closing over, you know, 100 million plus recently here in Claremont, that half of these buyers come from friends and family members that live here that want them to live here. The other 40% of the buyers are already right here on this list. And then the other 10% are coming from our global online marketing approach, right? But then I'll say, why don't you know, I said, so it's one of the highest honors of my career being selected by, you know, DLE. But I say, why don't you pull out your iPhone and just Google who's the most trusted real estate agent in Claremont and scroll past the sponsored ad and let's see who Google trusts, because they're very complex and they trust me as the local guide to give people in Claremont the most relevant and accurate real estate information to know the value of their home. And this dude Googled it, and then he saw Mr. Claremont #1 when I was in my geofarm in his house, and it was over. He said, where do I sign? But I said, hold on, Bob, hold on. The other 10%, okay, with metadata is, I say, Bob, being a part of DLE, I have access to the world's most powerful proprietary and exclusive software. And when we launch your home online, did you know Google doesn't know how to read? I'm the only real estate agent in the world, except for a select group of other DLE members. We inject metadata into the photos and virtual tours and 3D tour of your home. And we teach Google and all online search engines, we inject in there that this is the Claremont home for sale. It's the best Claremont home on the market, and it's the newest Claremont home on the market, brought to you by Mr. Claremont Real Estate. And what happens is what, Mr. Tustin? When we syndicate it through the MLS, that your listing photo will stay at the top of all search engines because we're injecting metadata, teaching every real estate website, including Google, that you're the newest and most relevant listing. So you always hover and stay at the top, which equates to more buyer traffic. And so what that means is every serious buyer, with our online marketing, we're the best in the world, because your listing always gets slammed and stays at the top of every search engine and repopulates when Google crawls it as the freshest, newest listing, because we're teaching Google how to read it through metadata injection software. Bob and Mary are blown away at this point.
Hey, Anthony, I Googled that and I thought this was kind of interesting. So I Googled, you know, the long thing, the most trusted real estate agent in Fresno, California. And I came up #2. The really cool thing is when I look on there, it has a little blue check mark at the bottom and it says provides, and it's quoting my response to somebody's review saying, striving to be the best realtor to my clients. And I look down and there's another agent where it shows a blue like face where somebody else had put most trustworthy. So it's actually adding the reviews in there.
Beautiful knowledge. Thank you for bringing that up. Everyone write this down. DLE colleague reviews. These are why the reviews are important, right? Because when we do the metadata, right? SEO optimized reviews are key. Imagine a video review, George. Shoot, I'm going to delete my video and say, God, Mr. Fresno is the most trusted real estate agent in Fresno. He's a Fresno real estate wealth management expert. He is your local guide and a wealth full of wisdom and knowledge of Fresno. Call him today. And I write it. It's over. It's over, folks. Game over. Game over, right? So what that will do, write that down, right? So when you collect your next review, have them start writing that. And let's start meta injecting it with the team and drop that bomb. Because why? If you're on a listing appointment and you're saying to a homeowner, I don't work any other city. I only do Fresno. I only do 4 listings at a time. I've got all the buyers lined up. I'm the editor of the Fresno Bulletin, and I'm going to let all the homeowners in Fresno know your home's coming soon. Go ahead and ask Google who's the most trusted real estate agent in Fresno organically. Let's see what they say, right? Let's interview Google about me, okay? Number 4, we've got proprietary software. So when we do launch your listings online, that we teach Google how to read, and we will make your listing and your photos stay #1 on every search engine and always hover to the top. And it's called metadata, and we could geek out and talk about it all day, but all that matters to you, Bob and Mary, is we expose your home to more buyer traffic versus any other brokerage on earth. Those are 4 things you could say. And number 5, if you get the metal business card in the listing package and you offer 100% withdrawal guarantee, write this down. You didn't say cancel. You said withdraw. Now you're performance-based. Those are 5 things you can say that no one else on earth can say, and that's all the homeowners care about. You guys with me? You guys awake today?
Yes,
Okay, Miss LaPuente, what did you hear? Does that excite you?
yes, I'm taking notes. I'm taking
Get
notes.
pumped up, girl. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just Googled the most trusted realtor in Tustin. I'm #2 right now.
Fuck that. You need to be #1. I
Yeah.
want you #1. They might call the other dude. You don't drop this bomb until you're #1. And how
Yeah.
so that's why I'm like, as we evolve and we keep learning as a super group here, it's exciting because getting the listing lead is one thing. The money's in the follow-up, but you better close on the listing appointment. Because when you talk to them like this, they don't really balk at you when you're asking for 6% commission and telling them to price it right. Because then when you circle back to the withdrawal guarantee, be like, listen, Bob, Mary, the commission, it's all performance-based. The list price, it's a marketing number. Nothing gets real until we get an offer on the table and you sign. You can tell me to withdraw it at any time, any day throughout the process when I walk out the door, because it only gets real when you sign a contract. And I've done it. And then when I drop the bulletin, it's my resume showing them all the homes sold, and they look at it and I'm like, look, I've only done this, I don't know, 170 times now in the last couple of years here. And every time they list it at the right price and you go in at 6% commission, you end up maxing out the equity of your home, period. If you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. I'm just here to manage your expectations. Sure, you can list it at, whatever price you want. It's not going to sell, and other agents are going to leverage our home to sell it, whatever. Just expectation management, right? You guys with me on that?
Yes.
So it's not just about generating listing leads. It's about leveraging the DLE products to close I get the most value from DLE competing against the best in the world. The last in-person mastermind, the title rep said was true. Claremont, California is the most cutthroat, brutal, most insane town of all time. Literally, my geofarm of 10,000 homes, I'm only focused on 5,000 of them. And I am consistently going on listing appointments against the best real estate agents literally on earth. I've told you this, I don't even know how many times, and I always destroy them on the listing appointment. Literally. The top agents at RE/MAX, Sotheby's, Coldwell Banker, a few independents, and there's some EXP dudes I go against, I obliterate them every single time. And they're ranking between top 1 and 5 worldwide. They've been selling real estate here before I was born. It's because I'm saying that the 5 things, this has been recorded. Those 5 things that I told you to say on a listing appointment is what I'm saying, and I'm killing them all. It's exciting, right? So you have to generate listing leads and be prepared to go against the best in the world with confidence and destroy them and get it priced right, and then follow the system. So to dominate a keyword like that, thank you for speaking up, George. Imagine your next review was having them verbally say you're the most trusted real estate agent in the city and having them write it. And then your next metadata injections are focused on that keyword. It's over.
Well, and from what it looks like too, your response is also being noted. So like if somebody writes you a review, but they don't say something like that, and you say, I always strive to be the most trustworthy agent in the area, it's still picking it up and you're putting the verbiage in. So let's say somebody doesn't leave you a
Good
great
to know.
review, you can inject like your own review by responding. So don't just say thank you, say something else. Because when I went through Miss Mission Viejo, same thing. What I just did Mr. Tustin.
Genius,
looking through your thing.
genius, Mr. Fresno, damn it. Everyone, anyone that's ever left you a review, edit your reply and say,
That's really good. Yeah.
yeah, that's really good, George. I like that. Say this, say, hey, thank you for supporting my continued journey to be the most trusted real estate agent in Claremont, California. The next one, thank you for supporting me on my continued success as the most trusted realtor in Claremont. Edit the next one. You know, thank you for, you know, placing your confidence and trust in me to be your real estate agent, right? So respond that way, get them to leave reviews that way. Let's add that into the metadata spin reel. And then when you're number one and you're confident you're number one, and you say that on a listing appointment, it's over. Right? Love that, George. That's genius. But yeah, I mean, that's what it's coming down to. It's like lifting the hidden suspensions, getting it approved, and going hard, and basically coaching people to leave 5-star
Morning.
video written reviews. And, you know, the written reviews got to be SEO optimized, and then respond in an SEO optimized way. It's game over. Love that. Oh my gosh.
Anthony?
Yep.
Okay, in terms of the keywords, the most trusted realtor in your surrogate city, is that already in the template? Do you know? Or is it something we have to tell Maz? Because I actually come out on top for the most trusted. So I don't know if that's already in the template.
You know, we focus on 100 keywords off the top of my mind. I know at one point in time I told him to do it, so that's why everyone is ranking high, because I foresaw this coming, right? But we got to get more. You can't be number 2, you got to be number 1, right? So, but what Jeff is rolling out, actually, Jeff is testing the we have it for Android, but for iPhone, here's what we've created for us, okay? It's an app that you could download, and we've got like 7 different software developers cranking it out. And I've had to do this for us because it doesn't exist. But what it's going to be, it's going to make your life so easy, where you download the DLE app and the web development team tweaks the software for you, and it's customized for you only. And it saves like your Google business coordinates, right? But what we've done is, because the VAs that are doing metadata injections, they're using the software we've created, right? But the only way we can adapt and use it, because we're busy, is imagine an app where you could just type in 30 keywords. You choose them, right? And you click save. And then it's on your phone, and you're literally, it's going to be, and let's say you want to post, Mr. Fresno loves posting on, you know, local guide reviews, right? And what it's going to do is randomly select 5 to 7 of the keywords on your list and inject it into your photos and videos instantly. So when you want to post quickly on, you know, leave a local guide review or Facebook or Instagram, or let's say Mr. Tustin wants to drop it on next door, he could just type in the keyword he feels like for the day and just start dropping metadata out there. You know what I mean? But once we have that app, so in the meantime, all you got to do is, you know, log into WhatsApp or email, you know, your VA and just say, I want this added, these keywords added to my spin reel, and they'll put it in there. But what we're working hard on is we will have this app for you guys, so it'll make it really easy, because, you know, like, so you could just kind of have like a sense of control if you just want to post quickly. Make sense?
Mhm.
So it's just understanding when you're on, you know, you got to be able to see what I'm telling you guys is with this software that we have that no one else in the world has, right? Literally, no one's doing this, okay? Is besides all the SEO and it helping you rank to increase your online visibility to get the call to go on the listing appointment, you got to leverage it on the listing appointment because imagine if you had your app, right? Kind of like with MailChimp and you showed the audience of, you know, hey, this is my audience of Claremont buyers subscribe. And if it was on an iPad or whatever, right? And you're showing them, hey, I'm the editor of the Mission Viejo Bulletin and we're showing this out to your home is coming soon to 10,000 Mission Viejo homeowners, right? We're getting you in the digital version of the Mission Viejo Bulletin. Then you have an app and then you're like, and this is the proprietary software I have and you can show them, right? And so when we launch your photo on all of my networks and all of my channels, because I'm a Mission Viejo influencer, I'm inserting metadata. Think about it. All we got to do is what do buyers type into Google when looking for a home? Anyone want to list something they think? Homes for sale and city name homes for sale. You know, best home in city name, townhome for sale in city name. Just imagine just typing that in your little spin reel and be like, if you have a real estate agent that isn't modern day injecting metadata into their listing photos, they're not doing online marketing for you because Google and every online search engine, they can't read. We have proprietary tech. We tell Google how to read your photos so they go to the top. And when people are searching for homes for sale and city name, it's brought to you by Miss Mission Viejo Real Estate on all online platforms, every social media, every real estate website, including the MLS. We inject metadata so your listings stay and hover to the top. And Mr. Tustin can talk about his hummingbird story. Like, I'm going to launch, you know, a picture and go into, you can just kind of use that as a story, right? And how it hovers and stays at the top, but change that narrative for the homeowner. Besides it benefiting you for all the SEO, flip the script a little bit. Show when you have the app and you can show them quickly, hey, here's software. And if you're hiring a real estate agent that doesn't know what metadata is, that means they're not an expert at online marketing, and it's asinine because Google can't read. And if you just show a homeowner like in an easy way and the next agent they interview doesn't say any of this, who the hell do you think they're going to hire? You guys with me?
Mhm. Yes.
So think about it. Like when you talk to like, and you can only pick 5 key points, right? Like the 5 I mentioned, Jeff will send this, you know, 100% withdrawal guarantee, performance-based metal business card, showing them your list of buyers from the shortcode system, subscribe to Miss Mission Viejo, looking to buy. You're showing them buyers. Your special software that, you know, infiltrates all online networks, teaches online search engines how to read that is the best home for sale and the most relevant, keeping it at the top and fresh of all search engines. Leveraging your audience with your email marketing, letting all the homeowners know your home's coming soon. You guys with me? And number 5, we now know how to infiltrate Google. Who's the most trusted real estate agent in the city? Ask Google. And once Google endorses you, come on. Who else can say those 5 things? Tell me. If I'm a homeowner and Miss Mission Viejo said that to me, and I interviewed 2 other, I don't know, Compass or Sotheby's agents, and they're giving we're the global luxury marketing specialist expert, and no one gives a shit. Who's going to sell my home for the most money, quickest time frames, and most favorable terms? Period.
Does it help? Like, let's say I Google Miss Mission Viejo right now, and then I look and I click on her. Does that help? Because I clicked under that specific search. When they click under that search, does that
Absolutely.
matter?
That's called, okay. You clicked on Miss Mission Viejo's profile. Click on where it says website. Go ahead and do that. Let me explain something to you guys, okay? Did you click on her website?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Guess what, everyone? Guess what just happened? Mr. Fresno Googled a keyword. He clicked on her profile. Now Google's like, wait a minute, that's going to increase her rankings. And then guess what else just happened? That link juice is now shotgun to every DLE member, and we're all right. We just all went up together.
And I went through a bunch of you guys real quick and added most trusted real estate agent. So Mr. Tustin and
But on that speech, what we're going to do is tie in two things. When the 5 elements to stay on a listing appointment is ask Google who's the most trusted real estate agent in Fresno. By the way, I was selected by the DLE, sounds like DRE, as the Fresno real estate wealth management expert, because when working with Fresno homeowners, I only pick a number, 5.5 listings at a time. I only work with homeowners in this price range. And there's no agent or human being on earth that'll sell it for the most money, the quickest time frames, and the most favorable terms. I would say it like that, and then say, by the way, why don't you pull out your phone? Let's ask Google who's the most trusted real estate agent in Fresno. Just say those 5 things, and it's over. You're gonna get the listing. And then if you leave tangible products like a magazine, maybe Mr. Fresno and Miss Mission Viejo print up 1,000 bulletins to, door knock the just listed, just sold, shell it out at an open house because you got your short code in there, and to leverage on listing appointments and mail to listing leads and to follow up with your email leads. You guys with me? You see how this is all connected? It's exciting. You excited, Miss Mission Viejo?
I am excited, but I do have more questions. Going back to the marketing aspect of the meta-infused pictures. So when you're at the listing presentation, I guess we can ask the seller, let's pull up which one is the best listing in Mission Viejo, whatever that is, right? However you worded that, can you go back on that?
Yes.
How do you inject that marketing piece?
Okay, so that's one of the 5 steps. So what you say is this. You say, because every real estate agent does what? What are they all doing? Let's keep it real here, folks. What do we do at DLE? We keep it real, okay? Every real estate agent is what? All they're doing is taking pictures, pricing it right, sticking it in the MLS, and sitting back. That's what 99.99% of them are doing. The rest is a big old song and dance. Does anyone disagree with that statement? If you do, speak up now. So once you're clear and understand that, okay, and you're actually doing something to help your client, right? And you list those 5 things I told you, but then when you go to the 5th one, which every realtor gives their big global luxury marketing BS speech, and you say, well, I'm an expert at online marketing. That's why I was selected by DLE as the Mission Viejo real estate wealth management expert. When I take on a client, and yes, is those fireworks going off? You guys see those fireworks? Shit. The computer's excited for me. Feels my energy. Let's go. All right. Woo. Thank you, MacBook. Having my back. Okay. So when I say on the listing appointment, because all your competition saying, hey, whoa, global luxury and all their BS, you say, look, online search engines, including Google, real estate websites, yeah, we market your property worldwide. And it goes on every social network, every real estate website, everywhere. Now, the reason why I miss Mission Viejo is because I have access to proprietary software no other real estate agent in the world has access to. They're going to say, well, what is metadata infusion software? Great question, Bob and Mary. Google and online search engines cannot read. So when we take pictures of your home and virtual tours and 3D tours and video tours, we inject into the photographs your home's listing coordinates, longitude and latitude, right? And every keyword a buyer searches online, like Mission Viejo homes for sale, you know, best Mission Viejo homes for sale, townhomes for sale in Mission Viejo, right? Luxury homes in Mission Viejo, right?
Mhm.
We inject all of those keywords in literally the longitude and latitude coordinates of your home all into the photograph, including my business name and phone number, Miss Mission Viejo. And so when we inject this metadata, we choose 5 to 7 keywords buyer search, and we inject it into photo 1 of the exterior of your home. Then let's say we're taking a picture of the kitchen of your home, okay? We inject your home coordinates, longitude and latitude, and we tell Google, this is the best remodeled kitchen in Mission Viejo, right? And then we throw in best home for sale in Mission Viejo, newest home in Mission Viejo, and we teach Google how to read and all online search engines. And we have proprietary software, and we teach the internet that your home, maybe it's a backyard of your pool. And we'll say, hey, we inject keywords such as, like, you know how you write a listing description of a home?
Mhm.
Tell them we write a personalized property description of every photo of your home too. That's fucking gold. Think about it. Think about it. Oh, it's a picture of the backyard. There's a pool with the waterfall, right? Say most real estate agents are lazy and they only, just do a description that human beings could read. That doesn't matter. What matters is teaching Google how to read, right? So when I take a picture of your kitchen, I tell Google what it is. It's the best kitchen in Mission Viejo, and it's got chlorine countertops, right? It's got an open concept, and we teach Google what it is, and no other real estate agent knows how to inject metadata. They don't have the tech to do it, and that's why I sell the most homes in Mission Viejo for the most money, quickest time frames, most favorite terms, because I take the time to teach all online search engines how to read the photographs.
Mhm.
And what happens when we syndicate it in the MLS and it goes worldwide, we infiltrate every social network, every real estate website, and we teach Google how to read it. And if you launch bare naked photos and videos with no metadata, Google it becomes irrelevant after a week. And then yours not only rise to the top, they stay at the top, which increases buyer traffic, which allows me to drive more international and local buyers into your home, besides the list of buyers I have on the list and all the homeowners in Mission Viejo that have friends and family members that want to live here. You feel me? You with me on that? Does that make sense, everyone? Miss Yakima, what did you just hear? What did you hear?
Well, the power's in the photo, right? Really just, you made me think, we just had a listing and really thinking about what is the essence, what is the main, area of a home, and really focusing on those keywords, views, new kitchen, open concept, homes for sale in your city and stuff like that. And so we're definitely leveraging that conversation with people. We are seeing a different, dialogue with them. They're listening. Honestly, they don't know what we're talking about, but I think listening to you, how to break it down into each photo and capturing, the content of each photo and sending it out there and letting Google do what it's supposed to do. I think it is powerful. We're getting better at those conversations, but it definitely is a conversation that I think has to be talked to clients, to end users, especially when you're competing, because we're going against 4 or 5 people now, 4 or 5 agents in our area. And that's what's going to separate you from the pack. Because we're all the same. So
Exactly, genius. And when we have the app for you, it's going to be really easy to do. You just do a few of them, and they're generic keywords, but like, think about it. Let's insert metadata to help your clients with online marketing and benefit your SEO, right?
Mhm.
And then when you tie it all together, you know, it separates you light years away from everyone else. And they cannot say these 5 things that you can say. And it's the 5 most important things that a homeowner cares about. So all it tells them is, hey, literally, you have a heart problem and I'm a cardiologist. You're talking to a pediatrician. Okay. Sign here. Let's go. Right. And so what I'm going to actually coordinate with Jeff on, but when you have the app, it'll be really easy to do because you could show him stuff or whatever. You don't even, is coming up with like, think about the listing book, right? The pre-listing book. No one really reads that. I just, the White House book I mailed you guys, I just say, hey, this is what I'm going to do to prepare, market, negotiate for the most favorable terms, right? What we're going to do is take the 5 most important key elements I just described and imagine if you incorporated that into your listing package. They're not going to read it, and Jeff is going to type it up for you because he's currently typing it up to put in the DLE book. But we'll make pages in the listing package you drop that explains why metadata is important. And we'll just do like a 3-page thing and we'll make it look pretty and legit for you. And if you want to insert that, because Jeff can get those listing books for $10 a pop. And they print 50 of them, they're in color and they look great, right? But what we'll do is like incorporate that into the marketing plan and just bookmark it with your metal business card. They're just going to look at it and be like, damn, this person's legit. They're not going to read it. They might look at a few key points and they're just going to hire you, right? But I think the key element is to place it into the listing book and then just explain it to them in a simple way. And the simplest way is by saying real estate agents are lazy and they only teach people by writing the description. The secret sauce to maxing out the value of your home and locating the best buyer is through metadata. And it's basically doing a full property description for each photo. And we inject it into the photograph of each photo of your home, telling a story with each photo. You guys with me? If you keep it simple and have like a reference point or, something to point at, that's the key, right? And so in order to thrive in real estate, okay, question. You're getting better. See, what I'm doing is just slightly tweaking your language, right? When you're going on these listing appointments against 4 or 5 other agents, how do you feel leaving the listing appointment if it's in Yakima? Do you have any wins you want to share with us, Liz?
Well, like I said, we're leveraging that conversation, and honestly, it gives us more confidence. It separates you from the pack, right? And to be able to say, and oh, by the way, no one has this, no one's doing this. You can, and I tell people, you can list whoever you want to. All they're going to do is put your property on the MLS, exactly what you said. Anyone can do that. What makes us different is, and we talk about the photo, the meta infused and whatnot keywords, but honestly, it gives us a lot more confidence when we're talking to people, and they do listen. They really do listen and whatnot. I think I told you guys last week, I had a call that came in. She Googled us, and there's 2 agents. We were number 2. And so this other agent came up. She's been number 1, but she pays for the Google, at the top, she comes at sponsored. So she was called too. So 4 properties. They were total, all of them some of them were low price, about 1.2, 1.3 million and stuff like that. So we went out there, we talked to her and said, hey, listen, this is what we do. The other agent, I didn't talk bad about the other agent. I knew who was coming. I just said, she's really good at what she does. However, this is what makes us different. You can go with her if you want. And I'm very confident at saying that now. You can go with her but if you need these properties to sell, you need somebody that's going to put your house to work. I said, and we can do it with the photos. You can Google it yourself. You can take a look at it. And we got the business. We ended up getting the business and stuff like that. So
love that. Congratulations. You guys see that? She just picked up 4 listings, leveraged 1 out of the 5 things I said to say. went against the sponsored ad person who's really pissed off because they're probably paying, you know, 100 to 200 bucks a call
Yeah.
to just have that one opportunity, which are rare, and he just killed it.
And she called off Google. It was just one of those calls that called in and said, I need a market analysis. Can you come down? And then when she said, I have 4 properties, I said, oh, sure, likely. So, yeah, so it worked. It does work.
So that's what I'm talking about. It's putting yourself in a position to think about what we're doing, right? It's at the end of the day, and I'm so glad you brought that up, Miss Yakima, business is confidence. That's it. And especially in real estate, right? Being Miss Yakima, it's changing the way you think, walk, and talk and carry yourself. And human communication is 90% body language, right? So when you're on a listing appointment and you're saying, you know, a couple things that, you know, really resonate with it, of course, it's not just being Miss Yakima, you're the full package, right? Like your season, your experience, husband-wife team, it's everything. It all compiles into one, right? But really what it does at the end of the day is it shows a level of confidence to a homeowner and they love it. And at the end of the day, that's who they want to work with. Someone that's confident, knows the area, and is going to get them top dollar and just handle it, right? That's what they want. And being Miss Yakima screams credibility, and that's why you were considered for the call, right? Because you're ranking, obviously, #1 in Google Maps for the keyword she searched. I know it's a little bit awkward asking what keyword they searched. I usually ask them after I get the listing signed. Did you ever ask them what keyword they looked at?
I did ask her, how did she look us up? And her first thing was, I need somebody that sells property in this city, but it wasn't in Yakima, it was in the outskirts. But she goes, I need someone that has sold property in this area before. That's the only thing she shared, but we came on the rank, and so that's what she called. So, yeah.
There you go. I mean, and that's the other thing, because like I take a lot of business in other cities being Mr. Claremont. That's what I'm saying. Like, in the next evolution of this, guys, because what time is it right now? Okay. 5 more minutes. I got to jump off. But the next evolution is, you just heard it. I take listings outside of my city all the time. All the time. So when you master what we're telling you right now, you could get the data from a surrounding city and plug it into everything I'm telling you. And just keep it Mr. Ms. Yakima Real Estate. People understand you got to live somewhere, right? You got to have some sort of online presence somewhere, right? And it's just one of your designations. That's it.
Mhm.
And when I say, yeah, I'm taking a listing next door in Upland, I'm like, yeah, I'm a Claremont and Upland real estate wealth management expert. And you just slightly change the speech. I only work in Claremont, Upland, and San Dimas. Just pick 3 cities, you know? And I only take 3 listings at a time. I only work, if you're on $1 million listing, the 1 million to 3 million price point, and that's it. I'm here to give you 110%. I'm not a broker managing an office. I'm not a luxury agent up the hill. I don't waste my marketing dollars. This is what I would have said on, you got the listing. Things you can say, it's like, you know, I don't waste my marketing dollars on advertising myself, because I'm the most trusted real estate agent by Google and I organically rank. I don't take my clients' commission money and invest it into my personal marketing. I invest 100% of my marketing dollars into my clients to get them top dollar.
Mhm.
All of my business is referral and organic Google rankings. And yes, do I have an online audience with, you know, my digital version of the Yakima Bulletin? Yeah, I'm passionate about that. I'm the editor of the magazine because it helps my clients, right? So everything we're doing is just not advertising. That's called marketing, right? It's what's best for the client, what's best for you. You guys see that synergy?
How do we get that book, Anthony? The DLE book, that one that we can, who do we order that? Because I think that would be very powerful to get that in just, you know, once you're done doing your listing, and oh, by the way, if you need more information about what we do, here it is.
Yeah,
We want to order that book.
So you're talking about the one that you get from Jaden, right?
Well, you got to
Yeah.
design it, right? Because the listing package I sent you, you have a designer. We'll send you a designer and
Okay,
you customize the book. But Jeff right now is writing everything I just told you about the software and how to leverage it with the app and all this stuff.
okay,
You can take that content and place it in the book, create a section for it, you see? But for you, you're talking about the listing package and home buyer seller guide. That's gold on a listing appointment because when I leave the listing book, the home buyer seller guide, a magazine, notepad, a metal business card, that screams credibility. And if you don't leave that and I left all that and they're looking through it, it's like real estate. It's tangible. It's legit. You know what I mean?
okay. Is that the one that talks about the metadata? Because I missed the first part of the meeting, I know that, so.
Yeah, so Jeff's typing that to go into the DLE book, and that DLE book is for members, right? But what I'm saying is the home buyer seller guide and the listing package, those two books, right?
Mhm.
Take the content that Jeff's going to type up and he'll do a mass text with the link when he's finished and puts that into your listing package book.
Got it, okay.
And so when you talk about it, you could just point at it, bookmark the withdrawal guarantee page, and then bookmark with a notepad your marketing plan, which includes the steps that I gave you, you know, and then the metadata infusion, your access to the Yakima bulletin and all the buyers that have subscribed to your website, and have it coordinate with what you're saying verbally on the appointment and leave it there with them.
Okay.
Because it's tangible. They're like, yes, it's legit. It's here.
Mhm.
Make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, that was this was a really good mastermind. I'm glad we did this. You know, we kind of figured a lot out together today. And I would suggest not just kind of going off the rails and just, you know, make sure your reviews are being posted, and don't just edit all your responses, like 50 of them in one day.
Robert.
Right? Just go ahead and just keep edit like a
I'll
few
see.
at a time, wait a few days. Mr. Wesco, your speaker's on.
O
Other than
sí, o sí, José. ¿Le
this
puedo
is
llamar
gonna
como
go
en unos
out
5 minutos,
this
José?
Tuesday at 10, mastermind.
Ok,
I'm
pues estoy
sorry.
en una
We're
meeting
gonna do
ahorita.
the
Ahorita llamo
class
para
on
atrás.
everything we
Ok,
just
gracias.
discussed on the
Ok,
digital
ok.
marketing, okay? All right,
Sounds
guys.
good.
I will see you Tuesday at 10. I'm excited. Make it a great day. Go out there and execute. The money's in the follow-up, okay?
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you guys. We'll see ya.
All right.